This colony on the left is swarming right now. Most of the bees that will join the swarm have already left the box. And it looks like they're gonna land in this tree over here that I call the swarm tree. It would be nice if someday they used this swarm trap that I set up just for swarms to use, but they never use it. But more often than not, every swarm I have lands in this tree. She's here close. I just don't know where she's landing yet. There's a lot of bees down low, so it's very promising for them to land down where I can reach her. Actually, I think they're landing on this branch right there. Maybe not. I think if the queen was there, she picked up again. I think they're landing on that one up there. So probably the queen landed for a moment, and then she flew on up to that branch. She's up there now. I'll let these bees settle down and see how big the swarm looks. I may be collecting a swarm today. Okay, they settled down now, and it's not a very big swarm, but I wouldn't mind catching her and keeping that queen. I've got a lot of resources, a lot of frames that I need to pull out of other colonies, and I can give those frames to her. And this is what I set up to catch this swarm. Just a 5-gallon bucket, and I taped this long PVC pipe onto it, 10-foot long PVC pipe, and I only have to go up 2 or 3 rungs on this, and then from there that pipe will reach the swarm, and I'll position that bucket underneath the swarm and give it a hard jolt upwards, hitting the branch they are hanging on. The bees will fall into the bucket, and then I'll quickly come down the ladder and dump those bees from the bucket into this hive that's waiting for them. So far it has one fully drawn frame of comb, and it's really good wax. It's ready for the queen to lay in. A few cells with pollen, but the rest of it's all empty. before I catch the swarm, I'm going to go through the hive that they came out of, that one there on the left, and pull at least 1 or 2 frames of resources from it. And I may pick a few other colonies that are heavy and go in and pull some brood from them. Anything I pull from them, I will give to this swarm. The rest of the yard desperately needs room, so taking frames from them is helpful. Giving frames to this swarm will help this swarm. So it's good all around if I can catch this swarm, but it's just always last minute notice, and it's a little bit of work to do in this heat. So I think I'll get a tripod, set you up on a tripod so you can watch. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to catch this swarm. I'm gonna raise that bucket up there and get them into the bucket, and then I'm gonna dump the bees into this box. And there's 2 frames in that box right now. One completely dry comb, and then one frame has nectar, honey, and pollen on it. So those 2 frames should keep them comfortable enough to stay in that box if I can get the queen in there. So I'll see how this goes. Okay, I'll take you up there and show you what it looks like at the box. There's still quite a few bees on the limb up there. But if I got the queen, then the rest will follow her. They're fanning really well, so it looks very promising that the queen's probably in there. It's a little bit tedious using a bucket on the end of a 10-foot PVC pipe because it's so flimsy and you're holding it directly over your head. But it makes a fairly quick method to catch swarms. if you can get directly under the swarm, and the swarm, the diameter of the swarm will mostly fit in the opening of a 5-gallon bucket. I have a very good feeling that the queen is in there. Let me peek inside. The frames are on opposite sides of the box, so I probably should move the frames together. You might be able to see the queen here. Okay, I see her. She's running across the bottom right there. So the queen is in here. Right in the middle of the picture. So I'll put this together and close it up, and this will be a successful swarm catch. Alright, another good day in the apiary. It's too hot to be doing this. I'm sweating like crazy, but if you don't check your bees and you don't work your bees often enough, they swarm on you. There she is up in the corner.